The Wii U never really sold all that well, but even so, Nintendo's announcement that it would be unveiling a brand new console in 2016 came as a big surprise to a lot of people. At this point, we still don't know a lot for certain about Nintendo's next console, but with that said, Nintendo has slowly been rolling out more information about the NX, so in this video, I'm going to be giving you a summary of everything we know so far. So let me just go ahead and start by talking about the release date. Nintendo told investors in a recent earnings report that it expects to launch the NX in March of 2017, and the recently detailed Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which was originally slated for 2016, was also pushed back to release alongside the NX in 2017. It will actually also be available for the Wii U, much like how Twilight Princess was delayed to straddle the console generation between the GameCube and the Wii. Now, while officially speaking, Nintendo's launch plan does appear locked in, a rumor from hardware manufacturing blog Digitimes has suggested that Nintendo could push back the launch date a little bit further. The report, which cited anonymous sources, said that Nintendo has delayed production of the NX hardware from mid-2016 to early 2017, and if that's actually accurate, Nintendo may push back the NX launch date, or it may just ship a very limited number of units on day one. Now, as far as actually what the NX is going to be, a lot of people have speculated the console will be a hybrid between like a portable handheld gaming device and then also a TV-bound console. For instance, like a Wii U gamepad that you could take with you anywhere, or a 3DS with a dock to hook it up to your TV. This particular rumor goes back to a January 2014 post on Nintendo News, which shared an anonymous tip with specifications for the Nintendo Fusion, and those specs detail two components, the Fusion DS and the Fusion Terminal. While the DS is a fully functional gaming device all on its own, the terminal also has its own processing power, implying that docking to the TV increases the system's technical capabilities. A very recent June 2016 report from Digitimes also claimed to have independently confirmed that the NX will feature a mobile device, which will connect to a TV for players looking for a home console style experience. According to that report, the mobile component will have a 5 to 7 inch display. Now, despite how interesting this concept sounds, there are actually a lot of rumors that are suggesting that the NX is going to be fairly underpowered. Aside from a market research survey gauging interest in the Nintendo NX, said that the console would support gameplay graphics at 900p or 60 frames per second, and if true, this would actually amount to a visual step down from the Wii U, which supports games with 1080p graphics. The specification also seems pretty odd given that the slide also boasts the NX will support 4K 60 frames per second video streaming. Now, my guess would be that there's actually a good chance this slide is actually referring to the handheld component for the Nintendo NX, and the actual console ingredient will be a lot more powerful graphically and just in terms of raw performance, but that's not confirmed at this point. Nintendo for its part definitely hasn't refuted rumors of underpowered hardware. They've said before that the NX isn't going to be about specs or teraflops or horsepower, but about content instead. And speaking of content, there actually could be some really unique ways to control games on the Nintendo NX. An interesting patent to emerge shared on NeoGAF describes replacing the gamepad's shoulder buttons with clickable scroll wheels, like on a mouse. That sounds like a really great way to maintain the functionality of a current design feature, while also adding another dimension of utility, and particularly for games that use a lot of menus, scroll wheels could be a really big help. The gamepad is already begging for designers to come up with innovative ways to interact with their games, so adding even more interesting control functionality without sacrificing anything seems like a big no-brainer. With all that said though, the biggest hypothetical feature that could be coming to the NX is actually some kind of virtual reality support. According to another report from Digitimes, Nintendo delayed mass production of the NX to give them time to incorporate an unknown type of VR functionality. The idea is that the NX could support a VR headset comparable to the Oculus Rift, HTC Vive, or PlayStation VR, and even though that seems highly unlikely, it could possibly be coming. Nintendo's president told investors in February of 2016 that the company had been exploring virtual reality, and if Nintendo actually did delay production on the NX, more powerful VR processors could be part of that plan. Unfortunately, I still am not really counting too much on this particular rumor. A lot of different Nintendo bloggers have hinted that the NX hardware will not be able to support a competitive VR device, and in an interview with Bloomberg, Nintendo's president also said that the VR needs to be mainstream before Nintendo dips a toe in the water. So with that said, those are the big new things coming to the NX. As far as launch titles go, there are a variety of games that could be coming to Nintendo's new console, most notably a new version of Smash Bros. This is one of Nintendo's biggest first-party franchises, and it could definitely help people get more excited about the NX when it launches. The other confirmed title that will definitely be coming to the NX is Breath of the Wild, which, as I already said, will be unveiled in March 2017 when the NX is unveiled. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this video, so if you enjoyed it, be sure to check out out my Nintendo NX parody, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, leave a comment below with your opinions as to what you'd like to see inside the Nintendo NX, and I will see you next time.